Hi everyone, I'm going to do a quick bloom on this 8-inch cradled wood round from Loli Beffy using the same colors I used on the previous swipe from Monday. So I already had the paint out, it was already messy, so I thought let's give it a shot. Now in hindsight, so that I could get more distinction from all of those colors, I think I would have puddled my colors kind of side by side instead of on top of each other. So I still may do that in another bloom. But this one does turn out pretty. So we're laying down our house paint here using Walmart Color Place Satin. I do have a mixing video linked below showing you kind of what I use and what ratios and all that. In that video I use Glidden, but I've really been enjoying this Color Place Satin, so that's also a great pillow. So we're just gonna get a good base coat on there and start layering our colors. I really love the way that swipe turned out. And all of the colors are also going to be listed below, of course. That is Pretty Petunia from Prizm Pour from Colourarte. Such a beautiful color. Until I really like it, I put a whole bunch of it on there. And we're going to use Parrotfish Green Boom Gel, which is one of my favorites. There are discount codes below for both Colourarte and Pixel Paint Designs, where I get the Boom Gel stain, and Australian Floetrol. 20% off for Colourarte, 15% off for Pixel Paint Designs, so don't forget to take advantage of those. This beautiful color is called Envy, and it's from Colourarte. It's a Prizm Pour color. And then we have Waterfalls from Colourarte, also a Prizm Pour color. Those Prizm Pour colors are gorgeous. Well, I'm really adding lots of color, huh? I probably should have maybe scaled back a little bit on the Waterfalls so the Envy would show a little bit more in this. Hindsight's 20/20, you know, when you watch what you're doing, when you're not doing it, it's still totally different. So. All right, let's see. I'm going to put a little bit more Parrotfish Green. And I think next up is Isadora, which is a Bling It color from Colourarte. It's a beautiful, beautiful diamond yellow. Popping bubbles. Pardon the background noise. My husband's doing something in the other room. It's so pretty. I thought that this color would look cool with just like the simplicity of like the Parrotfish Green or just like that deep contrast, I think would look really cool. You can tell I like this color, right? And the reason why I said it would be cool if I had kind of puddled these side by side a little bit is because you would have had blocks of color. Otherwise, the deep colors underneath obviously are going to cause the yellow to become more of a gold, which is still really pretty. But that deep color saturation underneath really does impact your light colors sometimes. So this is Blue Black Cell Activator from Atelier. I don't know why I can't talk today. That's all right. And because it was kind of thick, I added a little bit extra because I was a little nervous about how it was going to blow out. What I should have done is blown the center out a little bit with my mouth before the hairdryer. Maybe feeling a little overconfident with my hairdryer skills that are still very beginner. I love the way that blue-black looks over that yellow. Woohoo! Because it's sort of like a Payne's gray, Prussian blue. So pretty. But I didn't have the greatest blowout. It wasn't bad. But I always seem to have great cell formation on one side and it's kind of on the other. So I'm just kind of letting it do its thing for a second. I'll probably grab the turkey baster and help it out a little bit. So if you're new to this channel, when you grab a straw or a turkey baster, you can see that those cells are continuing to form in the middle. So you don't want to blow until cells pop necessarily. That's not what you're trying to do. Right now, what I'm trying to do is catch anything left and spread it out over that negative space. But when you use that turkey baster in the middle, you're just trying to break the surface tension of that cell activator so that the cells that are already forming are going to come through on their own. So you see how I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to blow through. I did in that one, but I'm just trying to kind of break up the paint a little bit and the cells come through on their own. That was a hard lesson for me to learn because I would, maybe out of impatience or inexperience, I would try to blow through until I got the cells to pop up, but then I would get these deformed looking cells that were really wonky and wobbly looking instead of those cute little round cells. So, sorry, my refrigerator's making noise. So now I'm just kind of letting them continue to come through, and I'm trying to tinker with some places. Sorry about my big head. Trying to tinker with some places where it looks like it needs a little help. But you can see where we broke the surface tension, those cells are coming through. And with Infinity, they form these cute little clusters that look like flowers sometimes in the middle. The Infinity pouring medium, or untinted paint used in your pouring medium. So I'm super excited to announce that Colourarte has a new Bling It set out. It's a metallic set. It went live on the website Monday. So check it out. Of course, the new Bling It set that has the Isadora in it, that link is below, but it'll be in that same section. So don't forget to use that code and save yourself 20%. Great time to stock up on those colors. You can use any of the Bling It line in resin or in acrylic. So it makes them super fun to work with if you work with both mediums, and I do. I do have a video that'll be coming up soon where I did a base using 2 of the Bling It colors in resin to go over this really pretty opal base. So, and I just recently got some more cheese boards in, so I want to do some resin pours on those. I'd like to do some resin trays. I just sometimes don't have time, so I'm trying to figure out which thing to do first, because I always have like 15,000 things I want to do in my head. So now I'm just taking the bottom of that coffee stirring stick that has the more narrow end, and any places that look like they need a little interest, I'm just trying to create a little bit of interest. A bunch of that's going to fly off in a minute, but just in case, because as usual, there's like 2/3 of this has great cell formation and lacing, and then there's this one part that just doesn't. And I've learned that you just kind of sometimes have to be okay with that. But you can see how that would be frustrating, because like the side that's facing you, the closest to you, has quite a bit. And then over there at the top is sort of like wah, wah. So that's where I try to embellish a little bit. That way, if we don't balance that out, it's going to give somewhere for the eye to rest. What I was just doing there was trying to tilt some of it a little bit further over, so when we give it another good spin, it should help balance it out. So that's kind of what I was pointing to there. I was showing my stepdaughter why that was bothering me. So now you can see where our Isadora has become kind of like a yellow gold. So it's not as distinct as it was in that one section on the swipe, because I didn't lay it down by itself. But it's still super beautiful, and it's like this beautiful golden honey, almost gold. And so it looks really beautiful with these colors. So I'm just pulling a little bit of that cell activator out toward that negative space, very carefully, of course, because I don't want to compromise the composition, but I am trying to help it maybe move in this direction and spread out just a little bit. Give it another good spin. These 8-inch rounds are great to practice on, especially when you're growing in your composition on larger pieces. Because, you know, you can hang them up on the wall just like they are, or you can put them on a cute little easel and display them. So they're great for practicing. I'm trying to be braver and practice on some 12-inch. I don't have any problem doing 12-inch swipes, but blooms on a 12-inch substrate are kind of challenging for me still, but I'm getting there. So that's what I like about these 8-inch rounds, is they're great for practice and they kind of get you ready for that next level. So what I'm explaining here is that I'm concerned about that river of cell activator not drying well. So I'm trying to spin it in such a way where it's got enough paint off so it doesn't continue to pool. Thankfully, the cell activator I used was relatively thick, so it's not going to be real runny as it dries like maybe a lamp black or something might be. Atelier Interactive is a heavy body paint, so when you use it for a cell activator, it's usually going to have a pretty good, I don't want to say elasticity, although it probably does, but it holds its structure pretty well most of the time. So you can see those little clusters of cells that I was saying tend to form when you use the Infinity. I cannot remember if I got a close-up of this, so I hope that I did. I hope I picked it up and showed it to you. We'll find out here in a minute. I was just doing a quick pour while I had everything out. There we go. I did. So here's our close-up. You can see the beautiful golden yellow that created, and it surrounded those cells and created that really cool peacock look. So I really love the way this turned out. It'll look great under resin. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Don't forget about your discount codes in the description box below. And we would love for you to join our Fluid Art group. That link is also below. Fluid Art Friends. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.